Okay, here we are in the A-10. We are approaching our target. You can see it on the right MFCD. I've got my targeting pod. I have a CBU, or a trio of CBU 97s. You can see them selected on the DSMS on the left MFCD. Now I'm looking here at our targeting pod. Set it to soy. We're testing our thermal imaging, white hot or black hot. We've got it set to white hot. We're trying to find a general area here for our CBU 97s to drop, and we're going to fly in here right now. Trying to line up our, got our autopilot on. Still a little bit not lined up just yet here. See what we got here. We're looking down, zoomed out a little bit. And I could fast forward the video here, but we're trying to find a good aiming point. Now remember, CBU 97s are not wind corrected. They're not WCUs, wick mids. So still tracking in. We're 12 miles out, and you can see it there on the HUD on the bottom right. So what we're looking for here is, you see that dot right up there at the top? We are looking for a timer to count down. Usually starts about 20 seconds. I like to hold my weapon release button at about 4, 5, 6 seconds. Hold it down. You have to hold your weapon release button through the pickle. So right now we are using an unguided bomb. The CBU 97 is unguided, so it'll be a pickle is the brevity. So when you release it, pickle times 3, CBU 97. And you'll see it hasn't dropped yet. We're still tracking on the target. We're going to try to line it up a little bit. Turned the wrong way there. No, we're going to try to correct here, try to level it out. Going to set our autopilot back on. And you'll see it on the left side of the HUD below the CBU 97. You'll see altitude HUDing. That's the mode of autopilot I'm in. And I turned hard, which turns off the autopilot. Autopilot's back on, leveled off. We're not totally perfectly centered, but trying to get it here. The wind is playing havoc with me right now. Alright, there we go, 20 seconds. And it's counting down. Kind of give you, all I have to do here, I have a track IR, so I'm leaning forward, so every time I move my head, it moves the screen. Alright, there we go, holding the pickle, watch the DSMS, 1, 2, 3, gone. And we're going to go to weapon mode here, weapon view. We're going to watch our weapons track in. Now if you look, it looks like, I'm going to overshoot here. And here we go. The canisters have detonated, 3 of them. So the targeting isn't perfect. I should have probably marked a little bit shorter. It looks like I had a tailwind. But you can see the munitions there dropping. And then they're just going to blast these 6 vehicles right here. There they go. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Gotta love them cluster bombs. So now we're gonna move on up here. Looking at our score, we got 6 kills. So now we're going to get about 10 miles out. That's where we want to be here. There's no troops in contact. It's just a group of enemies. So we need to be rolling in hard for gun runs. We'll go over gun runs, rocket runs, startups and stuff in a later video. We're at about 8 miles. Now we're switched to GBU 12s here. There we go. Make sure you set your HUD to soy before you change your weapons here. And you'll see the GBU 12s on the left there are selected on the DSMS page. And if you look down at the targeting pod, we're still catching a lot of hot smoke. That's why it's so bright white. And now we're getting mass air. We're getting some airframe in there. Still rolling in. 13 miles out. Targeting pod is still focused right there where we need it to be. Yeah, see the smoke out there? That's our smoke. We're going to be turning right back into it. Still got the smoke out there. I believe that's Gudata down there. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's Gudata. Turning into the smoke. Yep, right on the money. Now we're going to go find a tank. For a GBU, we want a tank. You don't want to waste a GBU on a little lowly truck. And there's a tank right up there. Yep, right there. Almost there. Let's zoom in a little. Got a point lock. We're going to clear our sensor point, create a new one, bam. And we'll talk about sensor points. I just kind of want to give everybody a look at this. You know, it's not hard to do the A-10. It really isn't. It's very simple. It looks confusing, all the switches. Now, I'm not going to lie. Before I started flying with the 1/18th Valkyries, 5 years, maybe 4. I practiced the training and the little campaigns, you know, the Georgia something, what the hell was it? The Georgian campaign. Oh, look at that line. You can't tell the difference. I mean, that's right on the money. Now you see the wind pushing. See that? That's insane. So, before I even got online, I practiced and practiced and practiced. And ended up jumping online, checked out Grim Reapers, a great bunch of people, the Sluggers, great bunch of people, and then I met a guy named Scarlett, and he brought me over to the 1/18th Valkyries, and then these guys, they're great, and that's who I fly with now, and that's all I'll fly with. But anyway, here we go, 9 seconds on our drop. Now, for a guided, laser-guided weapon, we're going to call it Paveway. Paveway. We're going to go to our weapon view. Here it goes. And if you watch it here, as I zoom in on it, try to find it right here in a second, you'll see it automatically just change directions. Wait for it. There it goes. That's where the laser... I have auto lays on, and I'll show you how to set that all up. I have a 10-second fall. There we go. Right in the cupola. Bam! That's what you call shack. So now we're going to roll back out here. We're going to stick with the GBU 12s. And I want to show you what happens here when a JTAC's in. We're going to lock up another tank, but I'll bet you it doesn't hit another tank because there's a JTAC. And we'll talk about laser codes and everything else here when I go over targeting pods, buddy lasing, manual lasing, and stuff like that in a later video. So now let's take a look and see what we look like here. So you'll see that the left and right pods and the center pylons are cleared. So that's 1, 15, and I believe 7, maybe 6. Those were the CBU 97s, and then you'll see one of the GBU 12s is missing, and that's what dropped off there on that last drop, the T90. Alright, so right now we're looking for another tank. Oh, there we go. Let's get him going. Okay. Got point track on. The targeting pod is going to track that location. Now, granted, this is like my first real video with editing and everything else, so you might hear some weird sounds and whatnot. Yawning as it's late. I mean, it's stupid late. But I'm going to get better at it here. It's the first time I'm using this software, so we'll see how it goes.
Warning, autopilot.
You can hear this actual clicking of my internal instruments. I actually have a Thrustmaster Warthog throttle and stick. And I have a Logitech rudder pedals. But anyway, you hear my actual switches. When I flip the switch here, like they're actual toggle switches on everything. See, you can hear them. So when I flip these switches, they actually make the sound inside the cockpit. I like to try to keep myself within 100, 150 feet. I started to run at 12,700 feet, or Angel's 12.7 as I call it. I don't know if that's actually correct, but Angel's 12 is 12,000, I know that, so 0.7. So now we're lining up here for a GBU drop on this. I believe it's a TU-80. It could be a T80. It could be a T90. Probably a T90. See, look, we got that locked right on that damn center of that tank again. Oh. Area. Focus. There we go. Now we got it. So we're lined up here. We're looking good. Trying to get that center line up there. So that vertical line that goes all the way from the top to the bottom, that's our target area. The reticle in the middle is actually our weapon release queue, and we want to center that as best as we can. Now with a GBU, not that big a deal because of the laser. The laser is going to track in. But when you're looking at CBUs, Mark 82s, Mark 84s, they're, and even GBU 31 is INS, GPS guided. You want to have that as centered as possible. We're in CCRP mode, which is continuously calculated release point. So it's telling you the exact point to release it to hit your target. CCIP mode is continuously calculated impact point. So you're going to have to be about this altitude, but you're going to want to nose down into the target to see your actual red. There we go. 5, 4, 3, pickle, paveway. GBU 12 released. Let's go on in and check out the GBU. Now remember, if you watch it, you'll actually see it change directions. Right now it's just a dumb bomb. It's just a dumb bomb. Yep, there it goes. It turned, the laser fired. It's tracking. But wait a minute. We were tracking a tank. What just happened? I have my auto lays on. So the problem is that I had a 10-second drop. It caught the laser of the JTAC. Okay? And I hit a Ural. It's not wrong, but the JTAC, his laser, same code as mine, 1688, and I'll show you how to do all that in the next video. How to manually change it, and even go to manual lays. But the key is an enemy target died. That's all that matters. And you can still see we're still tracking the tank that we had. So let's do a Maverick run. Let's get in here to a Maverick. So normally for my bomb drops, I like to be about 10 minutes, but we're going to do MAVs. I want to get out to about 13 miles, maybe 15. And the reason is that sometimes MAVs get a little hinky. They like to grab onto stuff on the ground. So I'm using, right there, you'll see the green, those are deltas. Whites would be hotels. So deltas are infrared. Hotels are TV. I like deltas. They seem to work a little better. Hotels are well, you know what, I'll show you the difference in the next run. I'll run some deltas and I'll run some hotels, but I prefer deltas personally. Excuse me. There were some ships out there. One of them smoking. So my Trek IR here's, there we go. It's getting a little hinky. Again.
Warning, autopilot.
Alright, so we're 17 miles out. We're going to turn back in. This time we're going to turn in hard. We're going to pull, pull, pull. We're running about 3 Gs. That's what that horn is. Airspeed's good. Alright, so now, ooh, little slip. Didn't have my rudder on there where I needed it to be. That was my fault. Let's line this back up. Autopilot. Now, so what we're going to do now is I've got my targeting pod locked in here. Right on that last tank that we had locked up. We're going to switch over to Mavericks. Right up there in the, then we're going to go to the Maverick Seeker Heads. Right there. Targeting pod. Creating a new speed. Whoa, set it back to bore sight, and you can kind of see it. Now we just kind of move it a little bit. No, Mavericks are rifle if you're looking for brevity. Guided missiles. Air-to-ground missiles, guided. I'm going to change my slew here, so that I get a little better control. Starting to get inside the bracket. Bam, locked. Rifle. Gonna zoom in here again. Rifle. Oh, I've got some power lines here, see? It's grabbing. More power lines. And when it grabs a hole, man, it's not fun to get off of it. Rifle. Rifle. Oh, I think I already shot at him. Rifle. Rifle. Alright, we're out. Let's go check out our weapon view. Go back to targeting pod. Watch him coming right in here. There's a T-80. Shat. 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 Oh, that one's tracking in on the same one there. Yeah, that's what I thought. So anyway, and you'll see in the message up there, talking about MGRS, we'll talk about all that. But that's about it. Pretty simple. Not hard to do. But anyway, if you like this video, please hit subscribe. You can also, right here real quick, sorry. You can see that my Mavericks are gone and I got the GBUs are whittled down. I still have some CBU 105s, but we'll get into those, the WIC mids, the wind corrected munitions. But that's our tank that was been tracked the whole time there. But seriously, subscribe, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you later.